finally understand that weight loss is about energy balance in the human body. It's about the energy input and the output and the relationship of these two. In the previous video, I showed you which are the 4 components of the TDEE, of the total daily energy expenditure. So the energy that you are expending, that you are outputting, that leaves your body, so what you're burning during the day. What are the components of this? And now you understand that the only way to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit. And to lose 1 kilogram of weight or body fat is about 7,700 calories. You need at least over 2 weeks period of time to achieve this, because think about it, 7,700 calories. If we just apply like a 500 calorie deficit daily, then within a week you can get 3,500 calories extra to burn. That's a 500 calorie deficit in a day. So in a week you can achieve like almost half a kilo weight loss. So then in 2 weeks you will achieve, in a 15 days you can achieve to lose 1 kilogram of body fat or 1 kilogram of weight. Because you might lose some water, not just fat actually. So that's why it's not 9,000 calories, because 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So 1 kilogram of fat would be 9,000 calories. But because you are not just burning fat, you probably burn carbs and water. Your body will let water go as well from your water weight. That's why for 1 kilogram of weight loss, we need to lose an extra of 7,700 calories. And to apply it sustainably, this is the sustainable way I told you. Burning more than 500, so being more than a 500 calorie deficit in a day, that could be too much. The 500 is kind of like a normal, what most coaches apply or what most people apply. 200 might be too slow, especially if you are more overweight. With the 200, you might not be, if you are only in a 200 deficit, it will take much longer, at least 2 times as long. And the 300, 400 is already, 400 is also okay. 500 is like a general deficit that most people apply in a daily basis. And now we can get into how you can apply actually this during the day. So as I mentioned before, we have a total daily energy expenditure. And stop believing anything else. This is how your body works. So the math has to match. The math is matching, everything works perfectly. And which are these components? What I mentioned, the basal metabolic rate, so your metabolism, that is usually predetermined. That's what we said of the 2 categories, that the basal metabolic rate should be predetermined, although I'm not certain about this. On the long term, it is changeable. And the other ones that are lifestyle dependent is the NEAT, so non-exercise activities, thermic effect of food, and exercise activity. And now we are going to deep dive how you can influence all of them to achieve weight loss. So the basal metabolic rate is the calories that we burn at rest when we do nothing. For most people, it lies around the 1,500, 1,600 calories in a day. Maybe it depends. If you are petite, maybe it's even less. If people have more muscle in their body, this BMR is higher. So someone who's like really muscled, has lots of muscles in their body, and maybe it's the same height or even the same body weight as you, they're gonna have a higher basal metabolic rate because their body consists of more muscles than you. For example, someone who doesn't have so much muscles. So if someone else standing next to me who has much more muscles than me or over even more than me, but I'm weight training a lot and I'm really trying, but possible, then they would burn more calories in a rest than I do, even if it's the same height, same body weight, everything. Just because they have more muscle in their body, they are burning more at freaking rest when they are doing nothing, yeah? So I think this is a goal for all of us, that we want to burn more at rest. And what you need to do to achieve that is to build muscle. So to raise the basal metabolic rate, make it higher, this number for yourself, and achieve weight loss through that, you need to strength train and weight lift. That's the only way. You need to weight lift. Not just yoga, not just cardio, blah, blah, blah. It's a weight training because nothing else will build your muscles like weight training, weight lifting. Let's get into the other categories as well. Exercise activity only contributes with like 5% of your daily calories. So if you, on a daily basis, you burn like 2,000 calories, that's your regular calories, and you do exercise every day, then guess what? With exercise, you burn around maybe 100 calories. That's maybe not so much, but something like that, around 100 and 200 calories. That's how much the exercise will take out of your around the 5% of your exercise is around the 5% of your total daily burn calories. Now, apart of that, we have a need, and this is the second biggest number in all, because is the non-exercise activity. So this number can be heavily influenced by becoming more active during the day. So if you are just sitting down the whole day working, then you sit in the car, go to pick up the kids, then sit back in the car to come home, then sit down again to watch Netflix. This number is going to be significantly lower than for someone who walks a lot, who does everything by walking instead of sitting in the car, does regular walks, does cleaning maybe every day in the house, because then you're walking around. So the more you are getting up and moving around in your house or anywhere you are, if your job also includes more being on your feet, more commuting, moving around, having to go from A to B a lot, standing all day, this number can be significantly higher for you than for those who have a sedentary lifestyle. That's why one tool to measure your daily steps could be really helpful. And if you are thinking of your daily steps, that is only good if you go for a walk, because then it measures that you've done 5,000 steps, 6,000 steps during the walk. That's helpful as well, but this is not really for that. This is just to see if I get up now, if I start to move, I come back, I clean my house, that's an activity level, how many steps, how much we are moving during the day. And this is for what you should be using this actually. If you go for a walk and you have time to go out for 10, 20 minutes walk a couple of times a day, that will add to it hugely. But the steps are also just to see your activity levels during the day, how much you're moving around, how much on your feet, how much steps you are doing while you're not working, why you even working. So it's not just taking a walk and measuring that. It's measuring every activity during the day in steps. And so in the end of the day, you can check, I've done, right now it's 11 and I've done 3,445 steps, and it translates to 285 calories burned. So it measures how much calories you burn, also why you are doing this movement, these steps. And if you have less steps at the end of the day, you will see that your non-exercise activity burned calories are also less. It's probably not super exact of the calories burned, but it's kind of like giving you a good approximate to see you need to upper your activity levels during the day, because that means you're probably sitting a lot. You're not moving around. And if at the end of the day you only see like 3,000, 2,000 steps, then you are heavily sedentary. Just for you to know, the non-exercise activity has a huge impact on weight loss, because this can be heavily influenced by you not sitting down your ass the whole day, getting up and getting things done, moving around. Even if you have a sedentary desk job like I do, is a non-negotiable for me. I'm getting up, I'm moving, I'm cleaning, I'm doing laundry. I try to get on my treadmill, my walking pad, not a real treadmill, at least like for 10 minutes, a couple of times a day, or once 30 minutes. It also makes a big impact on this. I pick up my kids walking. I don't use car. I use bike. I walk everywhere, or public transport, which means I also have to walk to the stops, and after the stops, I have to walk to my destination. So I do have a lot of walking when I do my errands. Everything, I don't use car. Then another one, what we mentioned, exercise activity contributes only about 5, maybe sometimes 10% to your daily calories burned, to your TDEE. But if you're not doing it at all, then it's not even there, yeah? So it's better to add exercise activity as well, because you can burn like maybe with the strength training for like 45 minutes, 1 hour, you can burn around 200, 250 calories with strength training, low intensity. Also depends on your weight, but in general, it can be around 250 calories as well. And if you are not doing that training for half an hour, maybe you can burn 100, 150 calories with strength or Pilates. And if you are not doing it, then these calories are not even there. You are not burning with additional exercise. Then you only have a NEAT, BMR, and the thermic effect of food. So think about it. It's better to add several times during the week exercise activity to have even more of those calories burned. Even if the number is really small, it is something. By my opinion, it is still something. And then finally, we have the thermic effect of food. How you can influence all the other numbers is by eating more protein. Many women only eat around 40 to 50 gram protein in a day. That's not even nearly enough. You have to double that at least, and even more. So around 100 and 120 gram should be at least the minimum. But if you want to be more accurate of how much you need, You can calculate it in a calorie calculators. So it's around 0.8 times 1 body weight gram per body weight in pounds, and about 1.8 to 2 times your body weight in kilograms. So if you are 60 kilograms, you need 2 times 60, so 120 gram of protein, approx. Of course, plus me 5, 10, it's not a big deal. But just for you to see, your number should always be around the 100 and 120, 130 gram protein for women. That should be normal if you want to build muscle, you want to burn more calories during the day, you want to have more muscles in your body. For all of these, and you want to burn more calories with the digestion, you need more protein. So from all the macronutrients, the carbs, fats, and protein is the one that burns the most calories. So you need to upper this protein intake for yourself and for your sake to be able to lose more weight, to be able to build more muscles. You need to consume much more protein than you used to consume before. If your protein was, what I'm assuming, around the 40, 50, or 60 gram per day, because so many women do not consume enough protein. So I highly recommend also to download the PDF that comes with this video. And so I hope this video was useful. We have talked about the total daily energy expenditure, the energy balance, the calories in, calories out, and how you can influence all of these components and achieve weight loss easier or faster in your everyday life. So what things you need to apply to your daily routine in order to achieve the weight loss faster, the weight loss that you want, if this is something that you want. In the next video, we are going to go further deeper into this topic. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Cheers!